This is the Transformers Generations Power of the Primes Deluxe Class Dinobot Swoop. Figure is part of the first wave of, part of the first wave of these deluxe class figures for the new Power of the Primes toy line. Very, very cool. Nice little box art right there. Interestingly enough, the photoshopped image does not look like, well, difference in color. This is the show accurate color, blue, and this is the toy accurate color, red, which we'll talk to you about in a minute or two. Because in the cartoon, the G1 cartoon, he was blue, and here, which is strange because the Combiner Wars and the, well, at least the Titans Return figures, Hasbro had opted to make their versions more toy accurate, while Takara opted to make theirs more show accurate. Now there's a difference here. I'm guessing both Takara Tomy and Hasbro versions are going to be very similar in color scheme, except that I'm really hoping the Takara Tomy version will have a better color treatment for the figure, with more chrome, or more gold chrome, and definitely more weapons. Because if you remember in my review of Slug, he had a blaster, no sword. This time around, he's got a sword, no blaster. None of those two. He had those two blasters back in G1. So let me just fold these wings and get him into his proper robot mode. So there he is, looking very nice. Although I do prefer the wings to be a little bit angled up there, just to make him look nicer, because that's just gives the shoulder line too low, makes shoulder line too low if it's all the way down. So a little bit angled like that, I think that looks nice, but it's your preference. Because as you can see, they've opened the box says you can open the wings and all that. But back in G1, speaking of G1, this is what G1 Swoop looked like, if you ever were curious without Googling. And it was all chrome. Back in the day, the whole wing part was chrome. And I'll give you a little bit of a look at that. That's how it looked. It was that awesome. That whole thing was chrome. And if you have, I don't know why Takara Tomy or Hasbro are just so reluctant to reissue the G1 Dinobots. The KO versions are just ridiculous. Original ones, I don't even know if there was a reissue. Maybe there was probably a reissue, but yeah. So these were die-cast parts, these torso pieces, and it had that that Dinobot head. The Dinobot head was clear plastic here, and that, if you had the G1 Swoop, that was the first one to go. He did have a sword just like this, which I've lost. Got two like blasters, like null rays or whatever, blasters with missiles, but we lost those two. So that's G1 Swoop. We'll get him into his Dinobot mode later. And again, more comparisons. Again, these things are just getting smaller and smaller. Look how big the old deluxe class figures were back in the day. Generations hit. Such disparity and reduction of plastic, and these actually were much cheaper than them. So all right, so he's got his prime armor, and doesn't combine as an armor per se. There's a cop-out. It's a shield like that, or you can have him hold it, but that's stupid. It's a shield, so you have to put it on his arm like that. So not really a big fan of these prime armors. I think they're just a forced idea of combining the Prime Masters with the fist appendage weapon or whatever. So yeah. Okay, articulation for the figure. Interestingly enough, he's got a waist swivel, got ball jointed neck, ball jointed shoulder, bicep swivel, hinge elbow, wrist articulation because of the transformation, ball jointed hip, thigh swivel, hinge knees, and a bit of foot articulation because of transformation. So overall, it looks great. Silhouette looks good. Colors, very nice. Absolutely pleased with this one. Wish there was more chrome, but here's hoping Takara Tomy will not disappoint. Okay, so let's get him transformed into his Pteranodon Alt Mode. And he transforms, again, much like Slug, very similar to how he transformed in G1. Just collapse, but in this case, you don't close in the, you don't compress the chest. It just stays like that. Move it like that. No, we'll do that later. Okay, fold the feet like this. Go ahead and combine them. We'll get him in limb mode once we get everybody, when combining them with Grimlock. So just like G1. And then the feet, this is the difference. You can keep it straight like that if you want him standing, because Pteranodons, they perch on trees, I suppose, like that, or on rocks. Okay, not too bad. But in flight mode, you can fold up the feet like that. So, wait, before I attach the weapons, very, very nice looking Pteranodon Alt Mode. I love that you can still articulate the wings of hinges and all that, which is very, very nice. Keep it like that. You can open the mouth. Although the bit of a gripe here, it does not tab in that whole head assembly of the Pteranodon. It doesn't tab onto his face. It was a shame. If you just push on the head like that, it'll probably stay. Okay, and the weapons, they go here, and this one, can't attach this way, which is stupid, I think. Look at that. It makes him... What is that for? Really? I wish they had he had the bombers or the missiles and whatnot. And just to give you an idea of how that old G1 toy transformed. Fold the fist this way. Very easy. I'm not going to take too much of your time. That, fold out the wings, fold the feet. I thought this was great. My brothers really like this one. I like Grimlock the best, but they liked Swoop the most. And he even had landing gear. Can you believe it? Like a dinosaur landing gear. How cool is that? So again, the head would fold like this, and just really, really nice homage to the G1, and it would have been so much nicer had they put some chrome on it. Rub sign. But as it is, I think it's a terrific figure. It's definitely one to pick up. If you're getting the deluxe class part of it, and you're getting all the Dinobots, definitely a must-have. I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10. It is great. Looking to be my favorite deluxe for Wave 1. Very, very nice. So there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed this little video review. This has been the Transformers Power of the Primes Deluxe Class Dinobot Swoop. Thanks for watching.